Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Natanis Leggins. How's everybody doing? We are in Minecraft, and yes, I know I said many times that this may be my last video, and here we are still occasionally making a video. So what are we doing in Minecraft? We got something to go over, and I am in free cam, so don't freak out about that. We're just going to quickly go over this because I want to try and make this short. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about my bee farm. So my bee farm is right here, and it's a combination wheat farm. So you can see that it is going on right there, and apparently I've got some broken wheat right there. We need to fix that at some point. Anyway, let's get on with it because I want to make this short. So on the left side is a honeycomb farm, and on the right side is a bottled honey farm. And as you would expect, we've got some redstone in here, and specifically we are detecting a signal strength of what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in order to activate the, I think it's dispensers there on top of the honeycomb in order to farm it when it is fully, when it's filled. So once it activates on this side, we're going to use shears. Those are filled with shears up there, and it is going to produce honeycomb. And on this side, we have bottles. Don't worry about the extra hoppers up there and the chests up there. We'll get that out in a minute. Let's go down below. So once it's collected down here, you can see that it's coming down into this system right here. This is a crafter module that I've set up many times on my channel. We've gone over this a million times. There is nothing different about this, and all this is doing is the left side here is making the honeycomb into honeycomb blocks, and the right side is making it into honey blocks. So let's just quickly go over this. We got a comparator right there with another comparator feeding into it that is in subtract mode. This crafter right here is set up to have only one slot available, so that means that it's putting out a signal strength of 8. When this one here fills up, that's a signal strength of 9, so the signal is going to go through and around this redstone here and activate the crafter right here, and it's going to spit out a honeycomb block. I don't think I can look at it while I'm in free cam. So that side's just going to go off to a shulker box loader. We'll talk about that in a minute. Over here, this side is going to feed off in this direction and come to here where it's going to meet a filter. And this filter is taking out the bottles, because when you produce honey blocks, it produces both the honey block and the bottle. So we're sending the bottle right back up this water column, right up here, right back into the system, so that the bottles can be automatically recycled. You don't need any fancy redstone for that. All you need to do is just filter the bottles. Now, once that's done, the honey blocks move on. They go into its own shulker box loader. This is my custom version of a shulker box loader. This is not something you're going to find anywhere out there. This is something that I came up with. And basically what we're doing is we're doing the same thing. We're comparing a shulker box to another shulker box. And in this situation, we're comparing a nearly full shulker box to the one that we want to be collecting. So that one has every single slot filled except for the last one. It has 63 in the very last spot, whereas all the other ones are complete full stacks. Once it's full, it'll activate this redstone here, which goes into, it'll activate the comparator, which then goes into this repeater right here, which is going to shut off this torch, which is going to let that torch turn on, activating that redstone dust going into this repeater here, which is going into that block, which is going to activate the piston, which is going to break the shulker box. At the same time, it's going to send that signal through and go down to this, and then we got a double repeater here on 4-tick delays, so 8 ticks total, and it is going to put out another shulker box whenever that is full. And that is exactly the same on both sides. That is why I have slightly more redstone dust in my build for this than what the other person was thinking, because I said I had like nearly 2 stacks. I'm not exactly sure how much is here. You could probably go through the video, pause it, and like count it up, but I'm not exactly sure. And that is exactly how that system works. You don't need it to be overcomplicated to work. You don't need observers and note blocks and yada yada yada. It's just very simple redstone. Nothing complex. I'm the Tannis Lycans, and I hope you've been informed. I'm out.